All right. So, having shown you that, I think I'm going to move to the next one, which is so this will be removed. This education thing is not really functioning. There are issues with the API configurations because they are not consistent across different API consumption. So it's always different. So it's a bit difficult to actually get a true one. So what we decided is that it's that function is inside a plugin now. So the plugin is called recharge printing, that card printing. So that plugin, what that plugin does is that you can upload. It allows you to upload what's it called now? It allows you to upload pins. Okay, any type of pins that you might have. All right, single, double, blah blah, any type. All right, that you can have. So when you do that, you can then your user can so you just upload it in a particular format and your user can purchase. So that is more consistent than what we have here. So I'm not just gonna just go through that. All right. So I'm just gonna go through electricity again. So electricity. So like I always say, you are not concerned with this transaction except for you now checking the reason of an error. Right. So let me just give you an instance now. So assuming somebody purchased electricity on your portal and it gave an error, probably not successful, and you felt probably you've configured the API very well, but you are still having an error or getting an error. You can always come here to know the reason. Here, the reason will always be here. So this holds the payload coming back from the API that you're using. So the reason will always be there. So you can know exactly what the issue is and how to easily fix the problem. Okay. So most times it can be authentication problem. It can be error from their end. Probably they have downtime or something. But you won't know that exactly until you have checked this API response. So even if you have an issue and you want to contact us, you need to check this API response first to know that or to be sure that it is not from within the code. It is not from within the portal, that it is from external. This is from external, there's nothing we can do. All right. If it's from external, there's nothing we can do except for things like BT Pass that they change their request the way their other ID or request ID is, and that is when you can now contact us. Okay, you need this done on your portal and things like that. But if it is not something like that and it has to do with outside, you don't need to contact us. Just contact the APIs that you are consuming. Simple. So here now we have the electricity API here. So yeah, so all is kind of straightforward here to configure. Okay. So more often than not, you always get something like this, like a sample here. And so you can check our video for configuration of some of these things. I think we've made videos for of it. So just check our videos for configurations of some of these things, and you'll be good to go. Okay. So if I should save this guy now, probably I've configured it. Hopefully I've configured it. And I'm saving this guy here, right? Then let's even give it a try and see what I'm talking about. And save this guy here. I'm sure we're gonna get an error. Okay, let's see. And I don't have meter number. Chai chai, what do we do? I don't have a meter number. But whichever way, when you click on save and you come to the front end of things and you click on pay bills, click on electricity bills. Alright. Oh, saying no API is activated yet. Is there any error under error? Oh, you're missing something here. So I'm just copying this here and pasting here. Yeah, save. Ah, are we missing anything again? Oh, you are missing this guy. Alright, so when you come here, yeah, come something like that. So when you click on purchase, takes you to here. So we're having this error because of we a lot of configuration are not correct here. So I don't intend to actually display that, like I said, and plus this VP is the very first version. That's the VBP3 is the very first version of VBP3 that we uploaded for a demo. So not updated yet. But you can always check out otxt.com for some of these. Do we have it configured on otxt.com? I'm not sure, but you can check ptev. You can check ptev.com. I think you can check. You can check here too. So let's see. If you like, come and arc, come and arc here. So this all so something like this electricity bill. Oh, he didn't configure this as well. Whoa, 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 whoa. But regardless, I just hope you got the idea of what you're supposed to see, basically. So that's that. I just wanted to show us some one or two things. So, one other thing that you do not need to touch. Please do not touch this. External crone. Do not touch it, please. It is not for you to touch. It does not do anything for you. It is used by the system. It does not do anything for you as the owner of the site. All right. So that's that. Impersonation log too. You are not supposed to touch that too. Except so if you have insurance on your portal, then you can touch insurance API and configure the APIs. Let's see if you have anyone here. Okay, none. But you can configure the APIs. It's just like every other one. Straight get and just configure it and you see what you want. Then so every insurance too are kind of alike. So I don't know how to go through all these guys here. So now, so if you have this investment add-on, all right. So let me just walk you through. I think I've explained that before on the other videos, but not with this admin interface. Not with VB3 admin interface. All right. So I'm just going to just go through it. So the only thing you need to touch here is just the investment plans. You don't need to touch. Okay, yeah, investment plan and time planning. So you can do something like this guy. I'm just going to open the two tabs now. So the investment plan is what we have here, right? Then add plans. So is it a long term plan? Is it a short term plan? What's the minimum amount that can be invested? 2,000. What's the maximum amount? 100,000. What's the ROI? What's the return on investment? Is it 10%? What's the duration? So the duration is based on the time that we were supposed to set. That's the time planning. So is it a daily is it a daily investment that they get 10%? Is it weekly or is it monthly? So let's something like choose monthly, all right? So then you can now specify the duration in hours. So how many hours are in 1 month? I'm just going to multiply by 30. So 24 times 30 should give us so yeah, 720 hours. So 720 hours and click on save. Then we have that option here monthly. Then what cycle? So can it be number of times it should be? Can be number of times it should run or call blah 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 blah. So so if it's now say three, so that means that it's going to run for 3 months. So since it's monthly, it's going to run for 3 months. So then, do you want them to get their capital back? If yes, but then if you want to give a referral bonus too, you can do that. So probably 2,000 or 200 naira. Anybody that refers somebody, you get 100 naira. And if is the plan active, yes or no, then click on save. So if you now come on this, I don't know if you have the investment shown on this dashboard. Oh shit, we don't have it on this dashboard. Okay, no wala, no wala. So you that's the way it's gonna. So on, I would have loved to show you the way it's gonna look like on the front end, but I think we have a video to that. So I would add a video this thing to it, a video link to the description to where the investment is shown on the front end, so that you see the way it is. So that's that. Then now Monify. So if you have Monify add-on, like the Monify add-on, what the Monify add-on does is that it generates account number for your users. Okay, so that virtual account number, so that they can just transfer to the account number and their wallet will get funded on your portal. Straightforward. It will get funded on your portal straightforward. No, nothing, nothing. Sure you get. So it will just get funded on your portal straightforward. Nothing, nothing. So that's that. So when you click on this guy, that's the Monify keys. So just add. You don't need to add. You just add one, sha. Just that's the only one you'll be using. It's only one. So then you have your modify whatever there. Then you update what you're supposed to update in this case here, and you are good to go. If you understand, you update what you're supposed to update, and you're good to go. All these things can be found on your modified dashboard. The API secret key, the client secret key, what again? The contract source account number can be found on your modify. Contact code can be found on your modify. Then your user get you are paying in naira, so this is should be constant. And then you can now specify the amount you want to be deducting. So if they send 1,000, um, then and you want to deduct 1%, that's 10 naira. It means you'll be funding them 990 naira, something like that. That's what it means. Then the minimum amount that this fee will apply, maximum amount to deduct. That's if it's above this fee, and that's it. So that's just it. So here now you can now specify the maximum amount to deduct. So if somebody is now sending 100k, then you know that probably you want to deduct 500 naira, 1,000 naira. So you can now say, okay, this guy is 1,000 naira, something like that. That's what you need to do here. So I think that's that for Monify. So now notification to is an addition is an additional information dispenser to the users. All right, it's an additional information dispenser to the user. So I'm just gonna do important vote Peter Obi. Okay, so I'm clicking on save now. Sure you get. Then so when we now go to the front end, we see something very amazing here now. Look at it here. So we see this guy, and when you click on this, you see it. So when you click on that, also you can see the content of it, and that's it. And you can always go back and see all the notes that you have. Then when you click on one, you have details. It's more like inbox for the user, so they can always see and read. And when they have read it, you can see that the one is gone, and that's it. So that can also be used. Then I'm going to skip these ones. Not much of our users are using any either of them, because of course there are not much of persons using it as well too. So but they are working. They are working. They are working. They are more like they are similar to the recharge APIs and stuff. So payment voucher, you don't need to touch this guy. Payments and vouchers rather. You don't need to touch this guy at all, because that's what record your payments and stuff. All right, but you can filter payment. You can search payment to know who has paid or who has not paid, or who is having issue paying and things like that. You can see. So we have stuff here. Who is paying and who is not paying and stuff. So that's what you have here. Then So flutter wave configuration. So this flutter wave configuration is as well straightforward. So it's the third payment that we have on the system, apart from Paystack. So you can configure it to your secret key. All this information here now can be seen on your flutter wave dashboard. It has nothing to do with us. Just configure it and you are done. Don't come to us and tell us that your flutter wave is not working. If your configuration is not correct, or if you are here to configure. All right, we don't own flutter wave. Then, so this is what I was talking about when I mentioned recharge card printing and stuff, and print cards, pins, anything that has to do with pins, serial number and stuff. So this one is always is done on the front end. The upload of the recharge cards is always done on the front end. Let's see if we have that option on this admin dashboard. Oh, great, we have it. I think. So when you click on here, you see the upload here. So you can now choose the updated version of this plugin as where you can dynamically populate these ones. It's not restricted to MTN, Glo, 9 Mobile. No, you can add WAEC, NECO, anything that has to do with PIN. You can add it here, and you can specify the source. So this source now are this source now. If you're not specifying for probably NECO or something, you have to use now other. You have to use others, and the format of the others will have to be in this format. Can you see that? So if you have a text file, it accepts a text file. So if you have a text file that needs updating, sorry, that you want to that a text file containing pins that you want to upload rather, then you can now click on this guy here. Choose files, locate the file, and click on upload. So you should upload, and your user should now be able to purchase. All right. So that's that. Then so now let's go straight to where I think there will be much of emphasis. So airtime APIs and stuff. So this when you configure this, your user will see. So if you check here now and go to the front end of things and click on buy, so you will see the two ones that we implemented here. All right, you see the two guys we implemented here, and that's it. So that's the way it works. All right, so you can just configure what you need to configure here, and you are good to go. Okay, so here now you can set your discount. So if you want to give your users 2%, you just do 0.02. That's it. 1% 0.01. So as simple as that. Then you click on save. Then for data, so you have to listen carefully for this data. Um, if necessary, replay and replay and replay. Now you will see something. We have something that looks like this here. All right, and this is a an int that you need to know. All right, API amount, data amount, portal API code, what the user sees. Very straightforward. Data amount, how much do you want to sell? That is what this one means. And this data amount represent this guy here. So if I should copy this guy and paste here, so I am saying that, let me just, I think I need to do, yeah, I'm just looking for a way to just explain things better. So let me just do this. That's what I'm talking about. Can you see this now? 500 MB. 500 MB is the API amount. That's what you get from. That's what the probably the code of the API. Okay, that's the code of the API you're using. How much you want to sell on this portal? 150. That is it. So you can always change it to something else. Then these other ones will still be your this portal's API code. How do you want to identify it? You can as well still remain put this 500 MB here if you want. All right. Then this one will now be what the user will now see. So if you now go here now and click on buy, and I click on this guy, you will see that I'm seeing 500 MB SME at 220. Can you see that 500 SME at 220? The exact same thing here. So that is what the user sees. And you can see that we now putting 220 here, then it means we need to put 220 here too, because that's the amount we want to sell 500 MB for. All right. So if you intend to purchase now, it's supposed to. So it's going to now purchase. You're going to try to deduct 220 naira from the user's account. Do you understand that? So that's that. Straightforward. So then for cable two is similar to recharge card. Sorry, data rather. But in this case now, we have one, two, three, four, five. We have five stops. One, two, three, four, five inside the pipe. Oh. So now, here now we're supposed to have one, two, three, four. Then you need to complete it to be five. All right. And that five is it has to be this site code. This site code. So whatever. So assuming we want to now make it access DSTV. That's what we want to name it on our own site. Then this here is the amount that this site will deduct. This third one, that is called the site price. Is the amount that the site will deduct. That's 2005. All right. The amount that this site will deduct. How much the API calling it? Probably API is calling it 2,000 naira. But if you added your own money there. So this is the amount that the site will deduct. All right. So and that's how you're going to replicate it over to this till these guys. So if your API has been configured for you by someone and you want to change the price, just come to this, just count it. One, the first pipe, two, the second pipe, three, the fourth pipe, four. Then now change it here to 270, 2070. So the API now will now deduct 2070 from the user. Straightforward, right? Cool. Then airtime top up. This is just the history of the airtimes that you purchased on your site. It's just show you the history of it. Period. It's just history. You can see purchase date, purchase this, purchase that. It's just history. Then bonus account. Before I go to bonus account, cable recharge. These are histories as well. Data top ups. These are histories as well. So now bonus account. This bonus account is just it lists the users that have gotten bonuses. Probably maybe you set bonus when they register or something. So they will have bonus here. So let me go and look for this user admin and add a bonus to this admin now. So let's see. So this admin has 2,000 naira bonus. Save. And when you click on dashboard, so you can see the bonus here, 2,000 naira, and it can be redeemed. When I redeem it, it would reload the page and credit the actual balance. Can you see that? So that's it. So wow, it's still much, oh Jesus. All right. So I think that's that. The same thing applies to this referral bonus too. So, but you don't need to touch some of these things, except you need to give somebody bonus specifically and things like that. That's when you now want to now touch the stuff. So resellers. So if you have reseller add-ons on your site, so you can now set different pricings for different users. So like now, um, let me see if you can access resellers here. Ah, jeez, we can access it here as well. But regardless, so when you click on here, so you can set so the cost of activation to become a particular reseller, all right? Then the minimum amount the person can fund to wallet. Now this will only apply to those people that are using cards. It won't apply to people using what's it called? People using Monify. It can't be done. It can't be done. Okay, it can't be done because when they transfer the money to your account, they've transferred it, and you now not crediting them does not make any sense. Do you understand that? So that's why we didn't do that. We didn't. It can't cover it, and there's no automatic refund for transferring to virtual wallets. So that's that. So now to now specify the airtime for the amount to now deduct differently per different reseller levels. All right, please hold on, please. So to now say okay, probably you want this level of user now to get MTN at a much cheaper rate, probably at 0.3. Okay, so then you need the identifier here, and the identifier that we're talking about is from the resellers. Say reseller is from the recharge airtime API. Okay, be fast now. Let's work. All right. So you can see the identifier here. So these are identifiers. So if I wanna want to pick for SIM as well, MTN underscore SIM, I can have something like this here too. And if there's a third one, just do third one. Then you put the amount in the front of it. Simple. That's all. Then anytime they purchase, they will purchasing at 0.03 period. At so it means that per 100 naira they will purchasing at 97 naira. Simple. So for data now this is a bit different from airtime. Airtime is a bit straightforward. For data it is not. So you need to go back to the recharge app that we have here and copy the exact same thing you have seen here. Okay. So you get the identifier. That's number one. Number two, you now get this whole record here. So the identifier is WAEC, I think WAEC underscore airtime. All right. Then in front of it, you have something like this in front of it. Then if there's a second one, so you do it the same way. Oh, sorry. I've forgotten I'm still on recording. I'm very sorry. Oh, so the next one here is supposed to be education, but I'm not going to talk about it. Then electricity too. So electricity, I can that is kind of straightforward because the records are not. There's no plan for it. It's just any amount that you purchase. So you can always get the identifiers here and use. You can always get identifiers and use. All right. Then you can always do something like that. Um, you go electricity. That's if that's the identifier prepaid. Go prepaid. As if that's the identifier, do that. If not, oh sorry, Ikeja. If not, so then for cable, this will look like what we did for data. All right. So you just have to copy what we have there. Or is that safe? It's very hectic making videos. So very hectic. So it's not beans at all. So for this guy now, you can just do something like this. Yeah, for this guy. So here now we have something like this. Yep. And we are good. All right. So then you just click on save. So that should serve for airtime, data, and all these stuffs. Excuse me. So going to the next application we have there. Of course, phone contact. You don't need to do this from the back end. You can do that from the front end. I don't think most people even use itself. You can even remove it. So you can extract phone numbers. That's blah 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 and do stuff. So as I said, I don't think most people use it. So SMS API. So this SMS API is kind of straightforward. All right, it's straightforward too. So and under these resellers too, I think we have SMS APIs too as well. So you can configure SMS API to there as well. Yeah, so you can just get the identifier because we have identifier for SMS APIs too. Or don't we? Oh, we don't though. But whichever way, the identifier for this SMS API, all right, is always this API name, and we always recommend that. Okay, you have two APIs activated at once, which is one is the normal default, and the other one is default DND. So DND must be there to send as a DND person because when you check the front end, there are two routes there: DND and non-DND. Simple. So you have to set those two. That's that. Then the other part. So you don't need to touch all these guys. Nothing here. So now, if you want to now credit users, so if you want to credit users, that's a bit straightforward. So just come here manually. Just come here and do that. So locate the user you want to credit. As we want to credit this guy 10 naira now. I've done that already and just click on save. And it's already credited. Simple. That's straightforward. So you don't need to touch user profile. No, don't touch that as well. Then transfer. So I can't show you that on the front end, but here the only thing here you need to do is just set it, set it. That's all. API. So you have name, percentage. So OTP enabled and stuff. So if you want to enable OTP during the transfer, you do that. If not, so it means that when the OTP is enabled, it means that the user will have to send the system will send OTP to the users to confirm that they are the one before you now send. Then how much are you deducting from the money they are transferring? So that's that. Then this universal recharge card, I won't talk about it because currently it was based on a particular API, and the API is no more in existence for some reasons known to the owner. Then user to user transfer. This is also on the front end. Then the user log also. You can have it on the front end here. On the front end here now, I think we have the user logs here. So you can see user transaction and stuffs. And yeah. So you can see all the transactions in one place, something like that. Then you can also see that all the transactions ever done on the system in one place. Then you can also see statistics of the transaction here. So this is based on um, so because this is a demo, so you can't see the graph here. And you can be selected based on dates and things like that. Then you can see the user transactions, all everything on the list, and you can also do something to it, probably refund or something, something, something. So that's that. So generate voucher. So generate voucher is always on the front end. So it means that the user can you can generate a voucher that the user can use to fund their wallet. So assuming you don't want to fund them manually, so you can just send them. So right now generate vouchers worth of 100 naira, maybe two of it to generate voucher, and we have two of it now. And I can just copy these two, copy one of them. You know how much do I have here before? I think I have 2,000 now. So if I should fund my wallet now, load voucher, I'll just put it here and we have that. For whatever reason, there's an issue there, but it's supposed to load. It's supposed to fund that wallet to. Let me see if I can show you on a different web. Okay, you can see it funded the wallet right with 100 naira. So that's fine. So I'm going to update this website, this demo website, so that all those broken parts can be functional. So the actual sites are functioning, like the installation and stuffs. Like I said, it's been a while that we updated this. We don't have enough time on our end to keep this updated, all right? So, but our customers, our clients using them, example of them are these guys here. You can check Paytev, you can check Easy Data Sub, you can check. There are a lot of them actually, but for security reasons, we are not displaying them on our website. That's v2businessportal.com. We're not displaying the site lists at all for security sake. All right, we are not displaying them. No, 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 no. We don't do that. All right, so uh, version 2 will be deprecated. Like I said, it's not advisable to go for this guy. We're going to remove it soonest. The only option you have is this guy currently, and I think he'll be having a version 4, and that will entails restructuring of the front end, the way it's being connected. So there'll be more of reactive things there. By reactive things, I mean a more of pop-up yes or no things, probably pins and all these stuffs, like adding pins to the site and things like that. So when you want to continue purchasing, you add a pin to it and things like that. So it's just things that we are thinking of currently right now. So when everything has been gathered, we'll let you guys know. So thank you very much. This should kick start your business, like kickstart your business quickly. All right, thanks.